Every single thought that comes into our mind can be divided into two types, positive and negative. There is a decision maker inside us, our inner authority. Obviously, inner authority always encourages us to take positive actions. However, when you are under influence of popular narratives or ideologies, your actions go against the decisions of inner authority. That's when a huge conflict is created inside us, a guilt or stress that you experience inside you. For example, you experience instant conflict when you lie or steal or insult others or demean your friends or talk bad about your friends behind their back. In those situations, you feel guilt next second and eventually leads to stress. That is instant conflict inside you. That stress is the indication that you have gone against the decision of inner authority. Similarly, there is a long-term conflict that you can experience. You don't experience in the moment, but you will experience dissatisfaction and unfulfillment, depression in life after a long time. This is true, especially when you have completely given in to popular narratives and ideologies. When you accepted outward authority, you don't experience conflict immediately, you don't experience guilt, stress, dissatisfaction immediately, but after a long time, you will experience unfulfillment and dissatisfaction. For example, buying power brings security, happiness, and safety to life. That is a popular narrative. However, when you purchase something to fit in a society, social conformity, or to elevate status in society, or to get attention from society, or simply because you want to experience short-term pleasure, instant gratification. In all those situations, buying power is actually going to make you insecure. It's going to bring stress, guilt, and it's going to create that conflict inside you. And you will begin to feel insecure. The reason is you are trying to live up to the standards of society, standards of this particular narrative. And that itself is going to make you insecure at one point of life. Similarly, educated people are wise people. This is a popular narrative, and a lot of us believe in this and blindly follow the people who appear to be educated on internet or even in our life. This is really dangerous. We must not accept any other guru or any other priest or preacher for our life except our inner authority, obviously. So we always must turn to inner authority. Just because a person is educated doesn't mean he is wise. Wisdom and education are not relevant. There are many people who are well educated but superstitious, stupid. They are nuts. At the same time, there are a lot of people who are illiterate. They are very wise when it comes to making life decisions. So it has no relevance whatsoever. We must not follow anyone just because he's educated. We must always turn towards our inner authority and listen to what it says and act on it. This applies to all the isms: feminism, liberalism, atheism, religion, capitalism, consumerism, minimalism. Every time you begin to accept one authority or come under influence of one ideology, you are narrowing down your worldview. This itself is dangerous. That will eventually lead to dissatisfaction. Fashion standards, for example, puts a lot of stress on women. I must look beautiful. I must wear makeup. I must dress in certain way. I must have certain hairstyle to be accepted in society, to fit in society, or to have that attention or value in society, that outward value in society. This puts a lot of stress in short term, and it creates a deep long term conflict, deep satisfaction in long term in life. So, when we try to live up to the standards of any of the isms, we will become miserable because we have suppressed our inner authority. We invited something else from outward, and our worldview becomes very restricted to that particular narrative. A religious person thinks that is the right way, and atheist thinks that is the right way. So both worldviews are very small. But when you keep all these narratives aside and begin to look at the things objectively, that's what inner authority encourages us to do. When you listen to inner authority, you begin to look at everything objectively and break them down into binary system, positive and negative. That's when you appreciate positive in everything, in every religion, in every ideology, in every ism, every narrative, and you reject negative in every ism and every ideology. You will not antagonize any ideology or people who follow that ideologies just because it is different from your worldview. You always see positive and negative in everything. More than anything else, inner authority always encourages us to act on our intuitions, which means it brings us closer to objective truths, objective reality, and objective moral standards. That's when we experience deep satisfaction, joy, and fulfillment in our life. So always listen to inner authority and do not come under the influence of any popular narrative, any ideology that is constructed in society to be true. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day.